Hello guys, and welcome to the third episode of the Belgian campaign here in Victoria 2 with the Historical Project mod. I feel like so far we have been doing quite well indeed. Portugal is not doing very well though, they just went bankrupt. Oh well. Oh, and there goes Saxony. Yeah, it's basically the standard reloading the game and as a result everyone goes bankrupt routine. Anyways, oh sorry. We have sphered the Dutch, we have sphered the Egyptians, we have sphered the Colombians, so whenever the opportunities to start building canals will pop up, we should be in a nice position to get that done. We have of course also gone ahead and conquered Hispaniola, so that's now under our control, although I've been looking through these population things a bit. And it seems like I've sort of misjudged my ability to assimilate here. Now I don't know if this is because of the mod, because I do remember in my Portugal campaign, for those who remember back to that I was able to pretty much turn Cuba and these areas into supremely Portuguese territories. But the same does not look like it can be said here, because if you look at the numbers, basically anyone who can trace their ancestry to Africa have this huge minus 80% for assimilation. So the fact that Haiti is a majority, well, at least the actual Haiti here, this is pretty darn Afro-Antillean. Now I do wonder with these Carabinos, the Afro-Latinos, they have the same thing, yeah. But what about the Carabinos? They don't. So this, if there is going to be any assimilation, this would be where. But of course there's still the fact that Caribino is a core culture of Santo Domingo. So that too sort of destroys it. So I don't really know how I was able to get that crazy assimilation in my Portugal campaign. It would be interesting to see the base game, to see if there's actually any differences between the base game and this mod. I'm not really sure. Anyways, we are looking now to expand our colonial empire because we're running out of infamy, and I think we've decided upon Vietnam, just because they are for some reason not allied to the Chinese, and we just got nationalism and imperialism letting us take them. Don't think anyone here is influencing them. Nope. So I think if we can establish ourselves a nice little a holding here in Indochina, that could be good. We could potentially also do some invasions into Siam, take some clay from them. I wouldn't, for example, mind taking over Cambodia at some point as well. I mean, it's definitely a decent population. I just don't really know how I would go about doing it in order to maximize or minimize infamy. I guess if I want to take the whole area, I should wait until I can annex the yeah, I'm just gonna call it Thailand. I'm just gonna wait until I can... Well, I'm gonna call it either Siam or Thailand, but this madness is just too much for me. But yeah, there are definitely opportunities to expand here. I think we still have access, yes, so we can actually just right now start shipping troops over to Vietnam. Also, I've been actually googling a bit, trying to do some more research on industrialization, and I've come to realize a couple of things that I should have known much earlier. There's a lot to learn from these numbers. If you hover over the factory, you can see how various things affect the factory. You can get the exact number on how the clerks affect the the efficiency of output through output. Yeah, I've already forgotten what that exactly means. But it's I know it's positive, so these are all good stuff, and here you can see the exact numbers of the bonuses that you get from having coal in the state. But one important thing that I've learned here is you can see all the way down. I can't really point to it with my mouse just because I have to hover over it in order to get this pop-up, but you can see it says below, it says output reduced by 75% since factory is missing maintenance. So this is something I didn't even know, but I mean, it makes sense. It's one of those things that is so hilarious, Victoria 2. There's so much amazing gameplay and cool stuff just hidden in these pop-ups and the numbers. So I honestly I feel like Victoria 2 doesn't really need that much improvement in terms of, well, at least in terms of industrialization and market and stuff like that. It's actually really well designed. It's just that, you know, there needs to be like more pop-ups and more information about exactly how this works. I really do fear that whenever Victoria 3 comes out, that they will start to drastically simplify this, and that will make me sad if they do. But anyways, so my point here is that you can see that we lack machine parts, and you can also see that we don't have enough iron. So that's definitely something we should run off to find, I guess. Now I don't know if this applies for all of these. Yeah, output reduced by 75% since factory is missing maintenance goods. Now, is it even possible to make machine parts at this point in the game? Because that's the main thing we're lacking, that we seem to need to make. Wait, oil is even a thing? I didn't even know it was that early, but that makes sense though. Yeah, here's this, in high demand. Actual bought, supply. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we need more machine parts. We need more accurately to produce that shit locally. Is it this thing? Mechanical saw. Yeah, here it is. We need to get to mechanical production. I'm not going to cancel my railroad research right now, but definitely our next goal will be to acquire mechanical production so that we can start up some mechanical parts factory. I have already forgotten what it's actually called. And also, is Egypt? Yeah, Egypt's been a bit of a bitch again. I think it makes sense to just straight up decrease them. And then we'll save up enough to... Yeah, no, actually this might not have made much sense. Yeah, that was kind of stupid actually. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Got some colonial migration. Hopefully that's going to encourage some dipshits to move over to Haiti. It's not super important though when I think about it, because it's already a state, so we don't actually need as much assimilation as I'm sort of clamoring for here. It would be much more important if we ever get those colonies from Spain, but I'm starting to think more and more now that that might just not happen. Because the Russians just don't seem interested in ditching their alliance with the Spanish. So we might just have to endure. Also, I think I'm gonna run a bit of a policy of just crazy amounts of intellectuals, because that seemed like it worked really well in our Gran Colombia campaign. Get some forts here. Also, we can influence Spain, so I think I'm gonna try this. We're gonna add them to our sphere. I'm gonna see exactly how that impacts things. I'm gonna see if they'll ditch their alliance with the... there we go. Technology. Now let's get that mechanical production. Also, now that we can, we need to immediately upgrade all the railroads. Could also invest a bit in the Netherlands, but for now I don't want to. I do want to invest in Haiti though. Yeah, it's not really a well-positioned island for industry, is it? Also, for fuck's sake, AI. It loves, like when you just auto-add shit, it loves to create like unbalanced armies. Give me something like this, that's what I want. Is that so hard to do? Well, we should probably start the fabrication here on Vietnam. Oh, it's actually called Vietnam. Oh, okay. I thought it would be called Viet, but I don't know. Style Protectorate, yeah, it costs us a decent bit. It's gonna go down to 5 infamy at some point, but I really want to use this opportunity to beat them down while they're not allied to China. Oh wow, we got busted immediately. Well, that sucks. Aye. Right, there we go. Now we have established protectorate on Vietnam, and I say we go for it, man. Let us acquire the clay that is so clearly a thing that we should own. In there, and yeah, no, let's just go for it. We have some reinforcements coming, but it can also be an advantage to let them function as reinforcements. So we'll establish a protectorate. We could actually call in the United Kingdom. They would help us with Burma and any other potential threats. And I do fear they'll fuck me over though, so I think I'll try initially to achieve it without calling in the British. Because I fear they'll start like adding war goals against Burma, and then I'll be just left without getting my stuff. Yep. Alright, so now these guys have landed. Yeah, they're on their way, so these guys can charge back over to Hispaniola. Also, we can officially recognize Dagestan. Which I don't even understand. There is no such thing. There is only the Caucasian Imamate. Maybe those are the same thing and it's only called that because it's a theocracy, because the names of nations in this game can change. By the way, what was this war again? Is this the yeah, Crimean War? Oh, okay. That's fine. The Russians are actually winning the Crimean War. Very interesting. Also, was that the interior war to humiliate Paraguay and Argentine interiors? Yeah, I'm a bit interested in this because I do want to do an Argentina campaign at some point. Looks like a fun one. Form La Plata and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Sounds like a good time to me. Anarcho-liberals. Ugh. Horror of the world. Yeah. Less of that, please. Okay, let's actually go for an attack here. Just see if we can annihilate this army. And we can indeed do just that. Yep. We don't want that to be able to support... separatism. That's going to be very bad for us, because we are such a country prone to separatism, aren't we? With our gloriously divided culture and whatnot. Yeah, losing money like a mad here. Like a mad. Where is my grammar? Actually, let's have a bit of a temporary tariff policy. Like that. So they're going there. That sucks balls. Okay, but they're going away. Actually, yeah. Let's use atheism, moralism. Yep, always moralism. Always gonna want to go for that reactionary stuff. And yeah, we will want to charge in here. Attack +3, brilliant. Oh, fuck's sake, they elected the stupid dipshits. I don't know. Stop it. Ah, we can't do it yet? Ah. That's like, alright, so that army is now gone. It's really not difficult to kill their armies. It's the destruction of their, or it's the, you know, the occupation and stuff that's difficult. Let's actually do positivism. But now, oh, of course now I don't have any money, so I can't build any of those factories that I want. And of course the capitalists are just gonna run off and build stupid canned food factories when there's machine parts to be made. AI, why you do this? Yeah, let's, I don't know, let's actually keep that navy. I don't think we need to have that. Alright, let's go over there. That'll prevent these guys from doing any fun stuff. Oh, never mind, there's actually a border there. Oh well, I fucked up then. Surely we can defeat these guys just with this army. Although if we wait a bit, we'll gain that support. There we are, and then we will destroy them. Oh, Polish uprising, yes. Seems like the Crimean War is over. One good thing is that it kicked out the Ottomans from Great Power status. However, it elevated the Spanish, but by the looks of it, they are now no longer allied to the Russians, so that's an opportunity. If we can gain some armed forces and whatnot from Vietnam, then definitely things could go in our favor. I need some more naval tech, though. Anyways, condemn Russia's actions, neutral on the matter. Pronounce our support to Russia. I think that's the only really thing that we would gain. Or, yeah, it's the only situation where we would really gain anything. There are no Poles in our nation, so that's fine. I don't care about relations with Congress Poland, as they will be dead any day now. Yeah, let's gain some free relations with the Russians, why not? Anyways, oh, Vietnamese are putting up some resistance, that's not a good. Let's go kill them. Yeah, so not a fan of this new Spanish power. We are influencing South America though. I feel like we need to spend our points on something, right? So, sparing that, seeing if we can get some resources without conquest. Could be good stuff that. Also, our navy died for some reason. Honestly, don't know what that's all about. Seriously, I have no idea why our navy died. We had 10 ships that, I don't know, maybe they died on the way and I didn't pay attention. That wouldn't be too unheard of, would it now? Here we are! Finally they will accept. It took us occupying their entire country, but it did the trick. Annex Vietnam. Rare. That boosts our population. It allows us to do reforms for some reason. Is there any major movements? Not really. But then if that's the case, I will go ahead and start allowing trade unions so that we can get some of that social reform desire. Also, ooh, Panama Canal, here we go. Machine tools. Nitroglycerin. I'll try and do my best to... Suez Canal Company, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my... Okay, so Suez Canal Company is the different from... Iron steamers... Yeah, so we need to work on these techs so we can start building these canals. Suez Canal mainly, that's the main one I want. But now that that's a thing, I assume the Egyptians are going to be a bit more desired here. So far no one's causing issues. We gotta keep an eye on them. Oh, there we go, we can add Ecuador to our sphere. That is good. Peru is yet to be sphered, but we're very close. So that gives us a nice sphere. I was thinking about Bolivia, but the Americans are thinking about it too though. So I guess we will go for Chile. And Argentina, I guess? Not quite as important though, as they are not prioritized by other powers. We'll even sprinkle some influence over into Paraguay. Also, the French Empire is now a thing. Guess Napoleon III is roaming about. The North German Federation has formed. Is anybody meddling here? Nope, everyone's doing fine. Good, good. Just gotta make sure. I'm a bit paranoid. Oh yes, more troops. Let's get like all of them artilleries. Some of those guys, some dragoons, I guess some infantry. The idea is of course to use mobilized infantry for infantry. Mobilized people for infantry. My brain was just not functioning there quite for a second. Oh well. Let's get these naval bases on the road. I have better naval tech as well, so we need to make sure we start upgrading naval bases here, but my god, we cannot afford it. Let's ditch maintenance for that. Do need to get tariffs down again though. I did notice my industry taking a bit of a plummet. We can reduce this to about half though. But yeah, no, the economy is definitely could be doing better. Guess we have to reduce naval maintenance a bit. Oh, okay, it's because we're building a bunch of units. Right. That's fine then. But look at that! Belgian Vietnam, I love it. I want to turn this into Belgian Indochina though. And I do wonder exactly how I will go about. I know there's a decision for Siam to annex Champasak, but I think it requires them to be civilized, so I'm not sure. Might just have to do that manually. I won't be conquering here until it becomes cheaper though. But I would really like. I feel like the optimal thing would be to recreate the borders of French Indochina. Heck, I mean, is there a majority of our population? Well, of course, no longer a majority of our population. Now the majority of our population is probably Buddhist. Well, almost. But like, if I can select... Oh, I cannot... I don't get to select like a section of these places? No? That sucks. Oh well. Well, then there's no real way to know whether or not I have a majority Walloon or French-speaking population in the European parts of my land. Anyways, yeah, this army was not needed. Let's immediately start sending that back together with some other regiments. You never know when the Haitians will start getting funny ideas. Seems like it's the Vietnamese though that are really rioting about. So maybe we do want to keep some armies in Vietnam. Who knows? Let's get Peru into our sphere. Very nice. Keep that influence going. This is interesting development. The Franco-Prussian War has broken out at the same time as Savoy is going for the Italian liberation. French are going to have a hard time here, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I am anxious to see indeed. I really would not mind a good German ally. Trying to fidget with the budget here. I'm noticing a lot of times I will be taxing the people too much. Also, I don't really see why I wouldn't, like, why would I not max tax the rich? Because honestly, the rich don't really do anything at this point in the game. So I don't really see the issue with just overtaxing them a bit. Oh, German Empire! The German Empire. And they still got this vassal, interestingly. Alright, so the French Empire has gotten wrecked to some extent. I assume their absolutism will lead them to revolution at some point. Oh, look at this though, Savoy was actually able to achieve what they wanted. So we might see a united Italy soon. Hopefully someone who can overtake Spain in great power status. Sorry. The Swedish are still being stupid. That's fine. I mean, nothing new there, I guess. Ooh. The Siamese are messing with me with the free trade. I say we declare free trade. If they refuse, then we will do nothing. The Belgium Opium War? No. Fuck's sake, I can't attack them, they're in the British sphere. There will be no Belgium Opium War, there cannot be. That sucks. Also, we are post here now? Well, F that then. I'm gonna focus on other nations. Getting that sphere going. Ooh, crisis. West Galicia. Well, I will have to become interested. Yes, indeed. It's not actually that big of a penalty, but I will not take the risk. We are dangerously close to dropping out of great power status here. Freaking Savoy just became a great power. Which is annoying. I mean, that does kick out Spain, but, you know. Still. Ooh. No. Okay, so I won't actually have to fight the Netherlands if I go to war with Spain here. So, still though, I'm getting to a point where I'm really starting to think maybe trying to organize some sort of war against the Dutch wouldn't be that stupid. Just because I desperately want another port, because my naval power is just so weak. And I need naval power if I am to beat up Spain. Ooh, because I didn't actually join the crisis, but now I sort of regret it, because I could have been on the winning side there. Yeah, Poland just became a thing. The Russians still have cores on it, so I assume that at some point there might be a reconquest there, but that's still an interesting turn of event. Ooh, are the Americans causing issues here? Oh yeah, they are dangerously close. Ban the US, I say. Well, let's get some influence going. We need to properly kick them out. Yeah, the US is trying to be smart here. No, I will not have this. Not acceptable. Ooh, here we go. Now, is the voting movement getting some traction? Not really. And if it's not, then I still prefer not to give them more voting. Because that will increase the proportion of liberals, and I'm not a fan of that. Let's go for non-socialists. I'll reduce militancy a bit. Ooh. Revolt in Russia. Jacobins. Interesting. Yeah, look at that. The Tsar no longer has absolute power anyways. Also, why did this have to happen? It's such a poor bit of border. I do not like. Also, I really do fear Japan. Because if they civilize, I don't know when that usually happens, but the second they do, we will be in trouble, because they will take us out of great power status. Okay, so we just got biologism, because I want this. Darwinism, which is nice. I'm starting to think we might want to work on some of that prestige tech. We need to get more prestige, I guess. And I want to like get this. I think that could be good. Impressionism. Although, okay, we're getting close now though to the next become, well, fine. That's okay. Yeah. Ooh, spheres. Ah yes, there we go. Darwinism. Education efficiency 50%. Come on, you dipshits, learn to read. Been working my ass off to encourage intellectuals in Hispaniola, but they just don't seem to be interested. Look at this. It's just, I've been encouraging forever now, and you know what, I think we're just gonna ditch that. I'm gonna see if they will want to work at least. Also, we are currently encouraging bureaucrats here. I don't know, I don't think it's worth that much. Let's actually focus on just straight up craftsmen. Get that percentage up. Get industrialization going. Ooh, nasty, nasty. Ocean War has happened. Ah, not healthy. Chosu has revolted against the Tokugawa shogunate. So now I do fear that Japan is on the road for civilization. Yep, there you go, they just became a secondary power, but that's not gonna last. Yeah. This is a problem. So I might just lose my entire sphere here. I still think we can climb up later, but this is not good. Don't really know what to do with this. The next real big prestige tech is still quite a while away. And all of these ones are already taken, obviously. Well, actually, Impressionism is still got some text there. Ah, but I don't want to rely on prestige. Shit. Huh. If only Savoy wouldn't be so darn prestigious. They're like the primary reason that this is happening. Oh. Father Damian deports for Hawaii. So a guy with leprosy, something like that. He has traveled to Hawaii to help people and shit. Good, good. That is indeed nice. But there are much that is not nice. Yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with Haiti. I'm almost starting to regret conquering the place. They don't want to become craftsmen. They don't want to learn to read. Is it the admin efficiency? State Belgium. What? So just because they are Afro-Antillean, I'm not even allowed to increase bureaucrats? Ah, come on, game. Well, that state's turning out to be quite pointless. Yeah, let's just encourage craftsmen here. Get industrialization going. That's the only thing we can really use right now to gain points. Try and stave off the Japanese for as long as possible. Because they're going to be industrializing like mad very soon. Yeah, I definitely think we might have to go get some prestige technology after this. Which is lame as shit, but my plans will be pretty wrecked. Ooh. Solvay invents ammonia process. Very nice. Of course, Source of the Nile. Ooh, if I could get that, that would give me the prestige I need. Naval base, good. Fuck it then. Prestige it is. God, I hate that, but it has to be done. Let's get those naval bases going. I guess that's one way I can try and boost military scores by upping my military bases. I haven't even done any actual, like, just straight up navy tech. I've been focusing purely on naval bases because I guess I want a certain amount of, you know, capacity before I really start upgrading my navy. Let's get the opinion going. Yes, for some reason the Americans just have not prioritized this. They were really close in terms of influence, but then they sort of just gave up. So now a large part of South America here is coming under our influence. Also, Mexico still retains a bunch of states for some reason. Nobody knows how this works and why it is like it is. I mean, they still got cores on it, so I don't know. I don't know why they haven't bothered. Russia is still struggling. And it really does look like we're actually going to see strong Germany this time. But whatever. I think we're going to end this episode here. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.